Hello and welcome to the 3D Packager demo. In this demonstration I will demonstrate the construction of a toothpaste box using the tools within 3D Packager. In this sample it contains an embossed, a metallic, and a white spot color that we will simulate within our software. Let's get started. Let's open our Packager application. Once the Packager application is opened, we will go ahead and make a new package. Once we choose new, we can select our package type or project type. Within here we can do either a carton project or a labeling project. In this case we're going to do a carton project. So once we've done that, now we need to import a two-dimensional grid line that we've created previously. Once we select this and import that, you can see our die lines and everything have been added into the program. Now what we need to do is to find the cuts and folds for this die line. Once we click on the Find Cuts and Folds, we can see the colors change. Green is indicating the cuts and the magenta line here is indicating the folds. Within here we'd like to also organize our cuts and folds into a order of sequence. So within here, let's go ahead and link a couple of our folds that we would like to link. So we can do these as one linked fold, this as well, and so on through the package as we need to link these folds. Now this allows these folds then, once they're linked, to fold at the same time within our animation sequence below. So as we've done that, now we can come in and we can organize our cuts or our folds into a sequence that we would like this to happen in. So of course we'd like to fold in our items on the sides first and second, then come in and fold our little tab and move through the rest of the folds as we need to. So I will go ahead and organize these into the proper order. Once that's done, we now have added our folds below and ordered those folds. I know also within these folds that we have specific angles that we need to associate for these folds. So we can adjust those by selecting the lines that we're folding and change the angle from 90 to 91 so some of the image area will not show when we're selecting that. And I'll explain that further as we get into the demonstration. Now that we've gone through that and assigned all of our cuts and folds, and as well as adjusted some of the folds so that they're in the proper sequence and also the proper angle, we can then go ahead and create our 3D object. Once we've created our 3D object, we can see that we have the object here. And we also can then come in here and assign our material for our media that we'd like put on here. Right now we have a flat white with a brown board background. We can easily use that if we so chose, or why don't we go ahead and use a surface material here and assign our 200 board material, which gives us all of our information here. We can apply that to our front so that we're using the appropriate board material that we've assigned for this job. Now that we've done that, another thing that we need to do is make sure that we assign the proper front for our package. Now knowing this package already, I know that this panel is our front face, so I'm going to set that as our front face. Now we can place our artwork because we've gone through, we've constructed our project, we have it in our animation sequence, we can go into our 3D view, we can even split our animation timeline so that it does it appropriately. And as we slide this across, we can see the package being constructed in front of our eyes so that we can see that it is building that toothpaste box. But of course it's just a white toothpaste box, so we need to add some artwork. Now in order to do that, we need to go into our Illustrator application. We have an Illustrator link here to go ahead and open that application. Once Illustrator opens, you will see the die line is already put within Illustrator. Now we need to place our artwork that we have for this package. So we'll come in here, we'll select our PDF file, and we'll place this artwork onto the package. Now that we've done that placement, we can then have, through the Packager link, we can update this package right directly back to 3D Packager. Once this updates, we can minimize our Illustrator and we can see now all of our 3D package within here. But as I mentioned earlier, we have some other spot colors that I'd like to associate on here properly for the full effect of this package. So let's select our material browser here below, go into a masked effect because we need to select emboss and apply this mask effect to our specific spot color. So we're going to come in here, of course, select our emboss spot color. As we do this, it will update this package and change our little blue spots here to an embossed layer. Once that's updated, we should be able to see slight embossing to that. We're then going to come in here and take our default metallic and apply that to a specific layer. So we'll select our metallic layer here, add that. Once that applies into the artwork, we will then be able to continue on. So let's get prepared to go to the white. So as we scroll down, we can see our white colors. And just to show the effect, you can see now the metallic is there. The nice thing with the software is even though I'm applying a metallic color, it uses the color information from Illustrator to render this color properly on screen, applying that metallic layer. So let's apply this opaque white to the white layer. And once we've done this, our package is complete as far as the construction elements of the spots and the order of our packages, or our order of our cuts. Now that this has been done, we can then go back into our animation timeline. If we wanted to make adjustments to this, we could easily go through the timeline here to see where we want to make a change. If we wanted to reduce a timeline, we can do that by changing this timeline itself, or just continue with the timeline that we already have associated. Now as we play this sample, let's get it back to our screen front facing. We can come in here and play this. Now this will go through our full animation sequence that we've added into here to display this product and the appropriate actions that we've added into here. Now this is our complete package within our application. The nice thing within the application, we can also come in here. We can then export this into a PVU file, which is a packager viewing file, a PDF file, which is then a 3D file of that in a PDF form, or a 3D model, as well as an image sequence if you wanted to capture a movie file or a time-lapse photography photo of each of these clips. You could use that, or even a high-res image if I wanted to position this in a certain light for this to be and do this as a high-res image. I could then export that. For this demonstration, let's go in and use this PVU file. So I'm just going to put this onto my desktop, and we'll name this Pack Pro, and we'll put this onto the desktop. Now once we do that, it allows us to view this file. We have a viewer application. It's a free application that you can use, or even a plugin within our browser. So in this case, it's opened up into the browser, and this is the ability to now look at this package in what we have. You can see our embossed layers, and we have full range of motion within here to look at this file. And then we can also play it in the sequence as we saw within our application. Now if for some reason within this timeline we saw a comment that we wanted to add into this, we could even come in and select this, add a specific comment. Once we've added that, now this is stored within the file. We can also use our zoom tool to zoom in and zoom out from the file, whichever what we're trying to do within here to see the file, and then we can rotate this around to see other elements within this project. So as you've seen in this demonstration, we've showed the ability to construct a package sample with embossing as well as different spot colors, showed how to export the file for a viewing to other users, as well as just overall use of the application. Of course, this was a simple project, something that did not take a lot of time. You can get very complex and go into additional files. Please talk to your salesperson or technical support to see the other files that could be rendered within 3D Packager. Those files can be as well received from your salesperson. Thank you.